Movement number 4. Dragon seeks path. Dragon whips his tail.
Yo, my man, why you got on that purse, huh?
Hey, this ain't no fucking purse. I'm the big dilf. Don't do that. $100 Patron in the bid at, you heard? Get your money up, not your funny up.
Yerp. We live. We lit.
What's goody? It is the Munfool Podcast. Another day, another blog.
Another day, another blog.
Well, we are in here, and as I've been saying, World War White is getting crazy out here.
Definitely getting crazy.
It's getting wild style out here. So, yesterday, what was the episode about yesterday?
They can't even see you, bro. But it was about the Joe Budden podcast.
Okay, so yeah, that episode went nuts. A lot of people have been responding back to us about it. And hold on, I'm kind of looking at something right now, making sure that. Why does this keep going up? Yeah, so the yesterday Joe Budden went on the podcast and was talking about what?
Just basically his whole take on the Eminem situation, him being dissed, Roy and Maul's opinion about how Eminem has been, how he's perceived Eminem for the last 10 years, shit like that.
One thing I have seen more people, that was yesterday's episode when he said he's been better than Eminem. One thing that I have been seeing a lot of people are like, he's smoking dust.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how people were gonna take that. How people were gonna, if they're gonna just yum on meat and just pretend like he was better just so they can like argue against Eminem. But I'm definitely glad to see that people are saying that he's on that Farfig Newton.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So what I'm thinking is, this morning I was woke up. A fan hit me up and said, "Yo, Mr. Porter from D12, if y'all remember Blue and Yellow, Purple Hills," he responded. He went to this news, I don't know if it was a news, it was just like a YouTube show is what it looked like. But he went on there and apparently like Eminem was there with him, but he wasn't on camera stuff. He was like on the other place, wherever in the studio. Mm-hmm. He goes, Porter literally goes, so they ask him like, is he going to respond, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. Porter goes, he's in the studio working on their response right now.
Yeah.
And it's looking bad for MGK and does that whole Thanos. It's going to be like when Thanos took the planet and dropped it on Iron Man or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's saying it's going to be those levels of craziness. So what I wanted to bring up for the topic of the podcast is a couple different things. One, what do we think this will sound like? Two, is it in M's best interest to answer? Three, who really wins the battle at the end of the day? Who is the winner? Who is, because I'll answer that because of that last one, like who is the winner? The reason why I asked that is if Eminem comes and destroys MGK on a song, what does that really get for Eminem? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, because everybody knows that Eminem's going to kill him. MGK probably knows that he's going to kill him, but ultimately MGK benefits the most off of it. I don't think necessarily M loses anything. If anything, right now, this is just making his album more and more hype, you know, which is good. And, you know...
I mean, even Mr. Porter said that, which is a weird name. I've always thought it's a weird name. But he even said that it was weird. I mean, not it was weird that they knew that they're helping MGK out. Like, at this point, it doesn't benefit Eminem.
Oh, they're definitely doing that. But, I mean, with the whole situation, to me, I kind of feel like if he is going to respond, he kind of has to put that on the back burner anyways because, I mean, that's like a no-brainer. That's like, well, kind of like, duh. You know what I mean?
Put
like,
what on the back burner?
Like, you kind of have to, like, if Eminem's going to clap back, he kind of has to put aside the fact that he's going to be benefiting MGK because, I mean, he knows that he's going to be benefiting. I don't think MGK knows that he's going to be benefited. It's not like anybody's out of the dark of that. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like irrelevant, I think, more so to the thing. I'll tell you why I think that this is a good thing. I think him responding back is a good thing because if he really kills him, regardless if he kills him or not, this will make this album's impact very memorable. Like a lot, like I feel like a lot of times in hip hop, you remember shit based off of things that were happening at that time, and you know that whole diss happening and shit like that is going to be one of those things that's not going to be forgotten, I don't feel like, very quickly. So I feel like it'll kind of, you know, set like a good timestamp in history for this album, like as far as hip-hop goes.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a fact. It's just when like Eminem can't win by dissing anybody, really. When it comes to just popularity, I almost think you have to negate that when it comes to somebody the size of Eminem to dissing somebody, because it's almost a lose-lose. Because if he attacks, he helps MGK. If he doesn't, his fans look at him a certain way. So it's sort of a lose-lose, but
is helping MGK really that bad?
I mean, if it doesn't benefit M, then yeah, it will.
I mean, but I don't think that it will necessarily. I feel like for Eminem, it's such a neutral thing because like he's picking and choosing what he wants to respond to. Like he may not go and make another. I mean, okay. So my question is this: is he helping Joe Budden or is Joe Budden helping him?
He's helping Joe Budden.
Okay, so
it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more mutual with that one.
I agree because they're more on a even playing field, but I'm saying like, but that's, I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's kind of like an irrelevant point to the thing because if Eminem even said MGK's name, he acknowledged him, he gave him light already. So like, to me, you kind of have to put that on the back burner because it's more of just like he already did that. Like, the bridge is already crossed. You know what I mean? Him responding isn't going to... Why would that hurt Eminem's case? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't... It's so, like, irrelevant to his career. Like, it's not... If anything, I feel like it's going to leave, like I said, a good, like, carbon footprint on this point in hip-hop. Kind of like, not comparing it to, but kind of like Kendrick Lamar's Control verse. Like, that's a timestamp in hip-hop where hip-hop changed. That's when competition started coming back into rap and shit like that. And since then, you know, it's went down back into more of the melodic phase and shit like that. But, like, to me, I think that this might set, like, that, maybe that competition back in motion. Like, we've talked a lot about lyrics coming back into play and shit like that. And, like, this might...
Well, lyrics are definitely coming back into play because even the fact that the biggest thing MGK did was something lyrical. This was the biggest thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
So like, it took him like he could have thought of all the hits he could have possibly thought of his whole career. It took him lyrically going at M for him to get his biggest viral moment. Now it was an alley-oop, definitely.
Right.
But if he would have, hold on. Now if he would have came at MGK in a way that was more if MGK would have came in a way that wasn't lyrical, then it would have definitely not helped him in any way. Like MGK could have died, and a lot of people are just saying it's a win for MGK regardless, but MGK could have died. He could have died.
Oh yeah. He already did. I won't say he did enough, but he impressed, I think, enough people and shit that people are actually respecting him for even doing that, which is dope. You know what I mean? That's dope for him. Like, for him, it's a win. You know, for MGK, it's a win because this is definitely the biggest look he's ever had. Jeez.
But here's one thing I will say that I feel like a lot of people are, because it's not a. If Eminem does respond and completely drops the world on Machine Gun Kelly's head, it's gonna be bad for it's gonna be bad for Machine Gun Kelly. It's the only way that it'll be a pure win is if M for some reason doesn't kill him. Because I think what people are doing right now is putting him up to so he can fall down harder. Machine Gun Kelly. Hold on. So they could
Yeah,
do something.
maybe.
I think they're setting him up because they're putting him in a pedestal now. Because if Eminem comes and cooks him, what's gonna happen is there's gonna be a bunch of memes that's gonna be made, and I really think it's gonna be a harder time living it down than
Fix your camera.
he thinks. Yeah, my bad. It's gonna be a harder time living it down than he thinks. Like, I think that
But it's kind of weird though, bruh, because what
you can get
nigga?
MDK the F out of here, basically, is what I'm saying. Like, there's a
Yeah,
good
but
chance.
even though Eminem has got people the fuck out of here, facts, like 100%. But MGK, I don't think is gonna really lose. I mean, because I wouldn't consider his diss track like thrillering himself. Because now, even if M comes back and kills him, that doesn't mean that people did. Like I said, I think for MGK, he gained more of a respect, more than.
What's going to overshadow that respect is if M kills him. Because what's going to happen is, he's going to be more known, but it's going to be the difference between being famous and infamous. Now, if Eminem goes and bodies him and makes him a meme, like a walk, then more people will know about him, but it might not be in a good way.
But do you think that that's really gonna matter when he's a person that sold 50,000 albums? The most albums he's ever sold is 50,000.
Yeah, it will matter because there's nothing like a first impression. And if M makes his first impression to people that he's like some pedophile or some, like, he has the angle to get him all the way out of here.
Yeah.
So just because more people know about you doesn't necessarily make it a good thing, especially because Eminem's big enough that he will be like, okay, well, you're like the child molester. All right, I'm out. And then it doesn't matter if more people know about him.
Yeah, because I'm not going to lie, I feel like a lot of people from the jump didn't even know about. I feel like a lot of people, if they even knew that they might not even deal with him.
Yeah,
possible.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
they can really put a kibosh in it.
Yeah.
Because it could be a thing where not all publicity is good publicity. Like, MGK is the type of person that if he becomes a walking meme, it's not going to be easy to live down. Okay, Meek Mill could have done a diss track to back, right? Like, right after back to back. Or he could have done one first, right? Nobody remembers the tweet that started it. Everybody remembers back to back. Nobody remembers, like, even in the history, people don't really think about Takeover as much as they think of Ether. They don't even, people don't even know the timelines of which it came out. Right. So I'm saying if Eminem comes out there, and literally, if Jay-Z has walked around with a chip on his shoulder from Ether, what I'm telling you is MGK can definitely, if Eminem does it right, he could definitely just crush him. Like, that's one, like, you can look at Jay, even when Jay talks about Ether, you could tell that that's his biggest, like, he hates that, like, that's his darkest moment in his career. So, like, if he does that, and he tries everything to rewrite the history, if he does that, might not be good. Might not be good for him.
I feel like I agree. I mean, I'm not saying that Eminem's not going to kill him. I definitely think he's going to kill him, but I agree and I disagree. I think that parts of that could be true, but I also think that as far as I know, the people that I've dealt with, and I think you could probably even say from personal experience, that Machine Gun Kelly is more of a cult fan base. I don't think the people that have always liked Machine Gun Kelly are gonna stop liking him for stop liking Machine Gun Kelly for getting killed. But that, I mean, with the people that he gained, they may either love or hate him if they make him a laughing stock. But you can't say that he didn't deliver. That's one thing you cannot take away from that. You can't say that he didn't rap.
That's irrelevant, though.
Huh?
History. That's going to be irrelevant when they...
No, I agree. I agree. I'm not saying that it won't be. I'm just saying that even if you're being a realist, because even about Ether, like, even when you talk about Ether, it's like, there's right, there's wrong, there's what people say. There's those three different points. You know what I mean? The facts of the matter is, when Ether came out, Ether killed Jay-Z. Later on, Takeover came out, and Takeover was like kind of slept on until later. Then when Takeover, I feel like because I don't know. I can't say if I think one or the other is better.
I don't even think that's the timeline.
What do you mean?
I think it was Super Ugly, and then it was Ether, and then it was Takeover, or the other way around.
What I'm saying is, I'm not even saying as far as when it came out. I'm saying the impact that Ether had at first was very, very strong. Later on, the impact on it is, but you know why it's strong? Because of Look at Who gives it power.
Yeah, so but
Jay-Z gives that a lot of power. If MGK moves forward with his career and doesn't let that determine him if he died by Eminem,
it's not his choice. It's not his choice. Because it's not, Jay-Z had to address it because it was a thing. You think Jay-Z wants to address it? No.
No.
Jay-Z has to keep going back and doing it because it was a thing. It's not on MGK how people are gonna take it. Here's the thing, like if Eminem comes with a literally like lose yourself response to this, it's gonna literally make in history Rap Devil look even funnier. Because it's gonna make it be like, oh, this is what you came with.
That's
you're
about,
gonna be like, that was garbage.
And there's a video to it too, so it definitely memeable.
In retrospect, like you look back and like, this nigga really thought that was gonna be enough to beat that. That's what I'm saying. Like he kind of set himself up to get his head cut off.
What I hope is this. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I hope that all in all, because I like competition in music in general. I hope if Eminem comes and bodies this nigga, that at least Machine Gun Kelly is like not just gonna just dub that shit. I hope that he at least comes back and delivers something that's better than his first one. Because you never know.
I mean, MGK is definitely gonna be the last person to let this go.
Yeah. Definitely Warren White, bruh.
Yeah, he's not gonna. People just completely like he's not gonna respond like G-Eazy. People completely just don't even care that G-Eazy said something.
Definitely forgot about that nigga G-Eazy.
But it's funny because he started like this whole started because of MGK versus G-Eazy.
What'd you say?
I said this whole thing started because of MGK versus G-Eazy.
Yeah, and you know what's so funny? I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I never listened to MGK. Did you ever listen to MGK's Funk Flex shit?
Yeah.
I listened to that shit, and I'm not gonna lie, that shit was dumb trash, my nigga. The clip that I heard of that shit where he was dissing that nigga, he was rapping, he was like, and I suck it, fuck it, bitch, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, bruh, this is so good. I'm glad that you didn't come like that on that fucking Rap Devil shit, because god damn, that diss to G-Eazy was light work, nigga. If G-Eazy didn't body MGK, I don't even know. I was like, wow, nigga.
I haven't heard G-Eazy's response.
Man, listen, bruh. That Hot 97 shit was dumb trash, if you ask me.
Well, and another thing that I wanted to say, too, is that Mr. Porter said that they kind of were waiting on Joe Budden to see if he was going to respond so M could get everybody out of the way at the same time. But I just think Joe's not going to. Honestly, like, after watching the podcast, I feel like he wants to.
Oh, he definitely wants to.
Yeah, but he's
the only reason why I want him to is because he's very on the same. I feel like that is going to be one of the best lyrical matchups you can put with.
Oh yeah. You can get this whole MGK and Eminem thing done.
That shit ain't nothing, bro. If Joe Budden coming, he about to come with that pain. You know that nigga went and popped a couple beans before he recorded that.
Well, not only that, but he knows a lot more than Machine Gun Kelly knows him. So there could be some things said. The punches could be way more potent.
Right.
Because I don't think like people are hyping up the like MGK's record because nobody is really like kind of claiming M like that in a while. But the punches were not potent punches. Like I'm not.
Nah, they weren't. I don't think that.
That's saying you're old, you're ugly.
Yeah, that's definitely not enough. It's definitely not enough. But I mean,
that's what I'm saying is if he comes out with the right diss track, it'll literally it'll make people like look at Rap Devil like, why did you do that?
I hope Machine Gun got another one in his clip, dog. I hope he got another one to let go, bro.
He don't.
I don't think he does either. I mean, I just want good competition. I don't care either way. I just want good competition. I just want.
What else can he say? What else does he have to say? That's why it's got to be Joe.
I don't know, but when Joe Budden, I will say, I forgot to say yesterday, when Joe Budden said, "Nigga, you don't know me," I've been watching you for 20 years and I was with you for 10 of those. I was like, that's true, because that's one of those things like we talk about with battle rap. Like a nigga, if a nigga was been writing for Murder Mook for 20 years and knows everything that Murder Mook's done, and he gotta come battle a nigga he knows nothing about, he might body Murder Mook. You heard? Like, I don't know. That shit is definitely, I think that the Joe Budden and Eminem to me is far more interesting than the other one, but that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, that's the actual battle. Everything else is just kind of like...
Yeah.
Leading up if we don't get that undercard stuff. But honestly, MGK and Joe Budden might be the only people I even care to hear back from. I don't care if Tyler responds.
Oh, yeah.
Little Pump actually came out and said that he deserved to be dissed.
Tyler did respond.
I mean, on a song.
Yeah, no, oh yeah, not on a song. But he don't care about that shit anyway. Tyler Creator, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
That's why I don't care to hear a response from him, from Pump. Who else did he diss?
Those people were probably more honored that their name was in an Eminem song than anything. Like, honestly, like.
And MGK would be the second to last person. I mean, the second person I would want to hear, but Joe's definitely.
Yeah.
Because Joe, and this is the moment to go at Joe, because this is the most like Joe's ever been in the public.
That's a fact.
So this is the strongest he's ever been. He's got Spotify backing him. He's got a huge fan base. I'm pretty sure his clip yesterday almost did like 500,000 views already.
Probably even more than that with Facebook and shit too, you know?
So if he responds, I'm telling you it's going to be like his biggest. He better just call it the Joe Budden podcast.
Definitely going to be the craziest shit ever, bro. I want to know.
But hey, I'm here for all of it. I want to see him respond. Hopefully Mr. Porter wasn't just trolling.
Of course.
But if he does, it might be good night for Machine Gun.
That's a fact. Let us know in
y'all
the
put in the
conversation
below what y'all think. Do you think that Eminem is going to respond, even though Porter, like, it's been triple confirmed at this point? Do you think he's going to end Machine Gun Kelly? Is that going to be it? Or do you think it's just going to be like a little friendly back and forth? I doubt it, because there's family involved.
That's a fact.
Make sure y'all check out my the return of Slim shirts. If you guys want one of those, I'm only making a limited amount of them. So, and they will sell out. So hit me up ASAP Rocky on my email, SCRUFACEJEAN@gmail.com. Or if you have me on like Instagram or any other place, hit me up there. I don't have a merch store right now. I'm doing it all DIY, just out the gutter, out the mud. You know what I mean? So if you want one, hit me up and we'll get you one. Get it?
Bow, mumful. You heard?